he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Beck. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments.
And they'll fake it again. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line in the running game, making its presence felt. The Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The play action fake. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Williams looking for a man. Fires downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Daniels. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the Hurricanes started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. Catch in the middle, it's Bauman. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They fake it, goes to the tight end. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. What a lift that can give your team. Take a kickoff back 88 to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Williams will pass. Pocket breaking down. Across the 25, he's got room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up. He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's low. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Trying to escape and get it himself. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Turning it on. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'll run the toss. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams will pass. Fires on the move. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the...
He lets one fly deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game.
They fake it again. Pretty soon you keep faking it. It's not really a fake. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. They get to him as he throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
He's got it along the sideline. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Williams looking for a man. He lets it fly. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they need just a little space if they can find it. Backs against the wall, and they'll let it fly again. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on 3rd and long from the 1. Maybe just trying to get some breathing room to kick it away. Snags it down the right side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Snags it. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed. Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Unleashes one deep. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. You're going to have to throw the football. So more.
It's a fake going for the sticks. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Moore will throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Yeah.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback tonight.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back.
Picked off. What a play chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And they can't make the connection.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Behind the chains now on second and long.
42 spike.
Trying play action. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's running to a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a...
They're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. They weren't fooled for a minute. He is nowhere close to the first down, and they'll turn it over. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
So now it's second and long.
Here we go. Set.
Moore will throw. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fakes a grab right down the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. And they're going to try it again. It's another fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Down here, he does a lot of blocking. He play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield.
Oh, they want the two, and the holder tries to throw for it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Slings it downfield. Finds the big tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. Rushes on him. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. And it's picked off for the third time today. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. And the Ducks buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own one and hoping to avoid a disaster. They're backed up, and they'll just throw it again. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so...
He wants to go deep.
Oh, wow! 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 Oh, my God. I threw an interception at the last second. Oh, my God. Ice cream, titty milk, melt around the chocolate.
And they proved they were better. They thought